Aloha.
All right. So it is Second Cup of Coffee. I'm Jason.
I'm Pili.
And I'm pushing Pili across the line here because she's doing a lot of things at once here. And you know what it is. Where? Fill in the blank. We're here.
We're awesome.
Okay. So here. Why, Pili? Give her a little bit of
live.
moments here. Let's get moving. Let's get going. Let's get started today. Hope everyone's having a great day. All right, so
Jason just saved my life. I misplaced my coffee.
It is a daily thing that we are a good fit for here, but we do have actual day here. It's 4 ways to find yourself in a place of gratitude.
Of gratitude, yes.
What a nice topic for today. Yes. So most days, right, we're always in a rush, and really for myself, you have to take that moment to just be grateful, thankful
yes.
for what you have and for what's available.
Yes.
And so much in a day can just go by so quickly. But I've had great conversations today. We have an awesome new team member. And what's happening here? We're moving on? We're on the move.
I'm moving us over here.
Oh, we're on the move.
We're on the move. There we go. We're good.
Good. So we're on the move. Not sure why, but we're back. Here we are. But we've had just a great day. And we made the note, right? Because we had a day, we have our down days too. And we'll say yesterday morning was not our best mornings. We were, I think, both tired. We both were on very little sleep. We were a little frustrated, little things going on at that point. So we said today, you know what? No matter what happened till noon, no matter how crazy things get, how wild the kids are, they go and throw a baseball through every window. Every single window. Although they're 6 and under, so the chances of that. But we've seen crazier. But even they did. We will not raise our voice. We will just enjoy the moment because they're kids and they need to be kids. And sometimes that's what it has to be. And you have to let things just move along and just be thankful. And it's just going into the day with that kind of thought.
Yes.
Has really just allowed the day to be awesome.
We have.
I feel like you have to come closer. I think our equilibriums are off on the volumes.
We have. I'm a rich hipster says you both are awesome. I truly appreciate all your dedication and love. Well, we appreciate you.
And it's always nice to just continue to put the message out there and just to make known, like, we're not perfect. We have plenty of learning lessons, and we just constantly are just talking about really what we're learning, and we're failing as much as we're hopefully learning and succeeding. But
I mean, that's the only way you learn is to fail. And I feel like I would call yesterday a failure. It was like a mini failure-ish because we were just so tired and just kind of like run down.
Yeah.
But we came to terms with that by the end of the night, and we're just like, okay, this is what happened with our day. How can we learn from it? How can we step forward? And how can we learn from this moment? So what we're talking about today, stepping forward into gratitude, I find when we are in that moment, when I start thinking about what I'm grateful for, like if I snap into it right then and there, if I realize, and the thing is, you have to have a cognitive realization. You have to know that this is happening right now, that I'm not in a good mood, and that you have to want to get yourself out of it. And in order to do that, I find the quickest way to do that is to start counting down the things you are grateful for.
So when you have energy, right, you can put the energy in 2 ways. You can put the energy into focusing on the good or focusing on the bad. Right. Yep. And so it's the same thing with, like, if you want to, it's as much effort for you to go towards success as it is to stay within fear, right? Because you're expending the energy to stay where you are. It may sound insurmountable, but it's the same energy you can use to try and push it outside your comfort zone, right? That also may be fearful. And there's like, it's hard to encompass, but you're either really fearful of success or fearful of failure. And the majority of people are fearful of failure, because you can sense better what fear is, right? Scary movies and other things, but so many times you can't ultimately understand if you haven't felt it, what success may mean, or if you haven't allowed yourself to point it. So finding grace and finding gratitude for your day and for what you have is the easiest way, because you don't, the lights and shiny objects is not always success. It's not always gratitude. I mean, healthy kids, healthy parents.
It doesn't have to be big things. I mean, these are big
Water,
things, but
a
it can
house,
it can
all
be
these
those
things
things
that
that
are
we take for
granted,
granted.
that can go and that can come and go at a moment's notice, right? So, I mean, there's hurricanes that are happening that are taking people's homes away, right? So unexpected, a moment, a week ago, unexpected, to house is gone, right?
Yeah.
All the pictures, all the memories gone. And, hopefully it will get put back together, but it's that one part of just, for that day, you can just say, okay, horrible occurrence, but there will be a better future if we've survived, we've had our house, or very thankful. My mom came by today unexpectedly,
Yes.
and then just the
Thank you.
kids' faces, just when Nana showed up, was just that mental picture that you capture in your mind, because it just the joy in kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we can think of things that we can look at and just find grace in, and it can be in if someone's being angry or mad towards us, well, okay, well, that may be a point to have this reaction. The same part, maybe they're hurting themselves instead of just taking it for face value. It's like those poor people that you call up and for like, I don't know, credit cards, you have to call them up to like make a payment, or just something like customer service, just like something be aggravating, right? Maybe that's the job they need, and maybe they're good at it. But at the same part, if you can get a lot more accomplished if you go from a kind voice, no matter how frustrating it is. And trust me, and I know it's frustrating, and like get 15 different codes at customer service, right? So I've position myself to get to the narrative and just cut through the chase. Like, don't care about the language, don't care about what you want to ask me, don't care about it. I have one objective here. Here's my objective, and let's just get to that objective. And if I can do that, that will take me from literally 11 minutes or 36 minutes on the phone to 11. And
if
that's
you can help me with my problem right now, then
Correct.
maybe I will go back and buy whatever, or maybe I'll go back.
But we can help you with this. I promise you, if I was on the agenda, I would have said it in the narrative. Let's just keep our focus. But I do appreciate you giving me that effort. But what is it today that can be 4 ways?
4 ways
to
step into gratitude. So one great way that I've discovered is that me and the ladies of More Mothers of Real Estate have put together a text that we're doing. Hi, Jacob. That if one of us is feeling down, we dig ourselves into these holes. This is an imagery that we like to share on Mothers of Real Estate. We dig ourselves into these holes, and sometimes we just want to sit there. But then when you have that realization that you want to get out of that hole, that you finally want to jump out of that hole, what we do is all we have to do is text each other gratitude 10. And it can either be you wait for them to tell you the things that they're grateful for and let them that slowly take yourself out. Or what I did is I texted them gratitude 10, and I was just kind of like, you know what, screw this. I put on a video. I was like, I am grateful for, and I listed 10 things that I'm grateful for, one after another. And it brought me back to a place of peace and a place that I could actually work from. So that's one way, is to create a group, whether it's your husband, because I know I can turn to Jason at any time and be like, Jason,
is that group open to new members? It's
it's Mothers of Real Estate. So I guess we have to. I guess you know what? I'm a rich hipster. We're gonna create a group. Yeah,
it's wonderful, ladies part of the group. So it couldn't be better.
Yes, right now there's just the 4 of us, and we have a live show every Thursday. If you want to check out my Facebook, and actually it comes on Instagram as well. And yeah, please check us out. And I'm going to talk to the other ladies. Maybe we will put together a group.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun. Great idea. Thank you. So that's one way. Create a group of friends, either somebody that you enjoy being with on Facebook, or your husband or significant other, or just someone that you can talk to, that you can just say, I'm in a bad place. Help me. And they won't judge you for it. They won't ask you about it. And then if you want to, you can talk to them about it. But it's not from a place of judgment or or questioning, that you can just go to them and be like, this is what's happening. I just need you to tell me something you're grateful for.
Number 2 would be find a way to say thank you for something to someone during your day.
Yeah.
I think it can be the simplest things, but just a thank you goes a far way. And I think we in our rush, we eliminate things that can potentially be eliminated. But we have to set our stance on what should not be eliminated. So I don't know, you go pick up something, that someone's done the service for you. A quick thank you is not going to hurt you, but it will definitely carry through for that person that you're doing, right? Whose maybe service goes unnoticed for the majority of the day. And although you could eliminate that word, it creates the narrative between giving and receiving.
Someone actually said thank you to me for picking up trash, and I'm not doing it for the thank yous, but it was actually really nice. It was just some guy riding down on his bike, and he's like, thank you, kept on riding. And I'm just like, yay, that made my heart happy.
That's perfect. Well, that's number 2.
So that's number 2. So number 3, you have to choose to be grateful. It's, I was going to make this one of the 4, but it's a choice. It's a mindset. Like I said before with the number 1, like if you're down in this deep hole, or you're feeling cranky, or maybe you're just having a regular day, you have to make that choice. It has to be a mindful, heart-filled choice to be grateful, to have thanks for the day, to thank whatever Holy Spirit, God, Earth Mother, whoever you're thanking, or your mailman. You have to choose. So number 3 is make the choice to come from a place of gratitude.
That's great. And number 4 would be take a moment, either early or late in the day, to visualize the grace ahead, right? If you want to have something come into your life, well, find a way to have that meaning in what you're visualizing, right? So if you want love, find a way to provide love for the future and how that looks, right? If you want friendship, visualize what that friendship means, right? Because you can be thankful for it. If you want money, visualize what that can do to help you, to help others around you. If you want to provide charity, look at how that benefit can be. And past that, if you could spend $1 in charity, and that can go a long way. And there's
just that start.
Correct.
Like maybe you're like, well, I don't have the money right now, but if you have $1, you can just give $1. And at least that makes your heart happy, and it's a start that you can build on. Yeah,
Tony Robbins has that great story where he was down in his dumps. He had lost all his money. He had a person who actually had owed us $1,000, and it would not even return his calls.
Nope.
And he had $22 left to his name. He was living out in California, in an area where, of course, California in any area is not cheap.
No.
He was like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here. I'm gonna get out and at least go eat. He said, I didn't even drive down there. I didn't want to, use my car and have to worry about filling up for gas. I walk down to the place. I go in there. It's this all you can eat place. And I see this little guy walk in with this older lady, and this little guy all dressed up to the nines. And he's, potentially, 9 or 10 years old. And he just holding the door. They letting her sit in front. And he goes to sit down, and he has his meal, and Tony, pays for the meal, goes to begin to walk out, and he turns around, he goes back up to the table, and he says, young sir, I just think it's so remarkable how you're treating your lady. And he goes, that's my mom. And he goes, that's okay. I know. He goes, well, I want to pay for your meal. He said, it's not really me treating her because she's actually paying for the meal. He said, well, I want to pay for your meal. And note, he has basically no money left, $22 left, right? So, and the little guy says, well, I can't take that. And Tony goes, well, you need to. And he goes, well, why? And Tony goes, well, because I'm bigger than you. And the little guy laughs, and he takes the money, and Tony just walks out the door, and he says, that was the best feeling I ever had. And now here I am. without money, without anything. I go for broke, and I guess I can fast for a couple weeks by trying to figure it out. I just lost everything, and I go home.
He's down his rental payments. He doesn't have lights. And he's in this hole. And
the next morning, he wakes up, starts to really formulate a plan of how he's going to get back on track. And around noon, the mail comes, and lo and behold, the check he loaned that hadn't come back in a month is there was a check there from the person that owed him $1,000 plus interest from that person, apologizing for not getting back to him, taking so long.
Yeah, that's an amazing story from Tony.
Now, amazing, right?
Yeah.
But again, that $22, maybe he would have had another meal for a number of points. But you give, and then you have to be open to receive.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and just think about he did this huge thing for this little guy, and how that transferred, that kindness transferred. It's immeasurable. And then he gets home, and all of a sudden the kindness is transferred back to him. Would that have happened otherwise? I don't know, maybe. But the thing is, in Hawaii, we have a term called aloha aku aloha mai. You give love, you receive love. So the more kindness we put out there, the more gratitude we put out there, the more of all that good stuff we put out there, the more we will receive in return.
That's a great place to end it.
I think so too.
Good. Well, we have an action-packed day. We are excited to see you guys. We will be back tomorrow. What a great day. All right, everyone, go out there. Be grateful for what you have.
Yes.
Have a happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
All right. See you later.
Aloha. Aloha.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for everyone that came on today.